Wow, a Christmas Day game. I didn't expect to be on this stage as a rookie, but it'll be exciting, no doubt. I watched the NBA all day long on Christmas growing up, and to think that kids out there will be seeing me be a part of that, it's surreal. And I've never been one to disappoint the kids, so I better go out there and put on a show.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Well, they may share a building, but there's no love lost between these two teams. Up next, the Los Angeles Clippers up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Their last game, always nice to win on the road. They set down the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster.
The Clippers trail.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams. We got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
Brown against Smith. Here's Griffin. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's Clarkson. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Robert Sacre, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Griffin. Here's Stevenson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback. Already his 2nd foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for the Clippers. Now, here's Redick. Defense is right there. Here's Griffin. 4 seconds left. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. 3 minutes of action so far in the 2nd quarter. So for the Clippers right now, inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And it's Pierce in at the small forward position.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Paul kicks to Pierce. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder wasn't happy with how he played. He chipped in his share of points and also helped out, forcing a few turnovers, coming away with key steals. Obviously a tough patch of games as he's now been sliding for a while. He says that he's changing his routine, getting more rest, and even adjusting his eating to, quote, jolt himself into gear. Let's see what he does in this one.
Good work as always, Doris. Thank you. Well, we haven't seen too many games, guys, like that out of him before.
And you know what? I'm thinking we'll see a different guy here tonight. Hard to imagine he'd have back-to-back bad games.
Yep, forget about back-to-back bad games on an individual basis. What he really wants to avoid are back-to-back losses.
And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc.
So we've reached the end.
Josh, you guys seemed in.
41. The Clippers. 49.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. You look at Jamal. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here.
Roy can.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And he's not always known to make the big headlines or get a lot of media attention, but he does make the big plays, and he made them throughout this one. What'd you think, Kenny?
It was a very physical performance he turned in tonight. Just look at the number of times he got to the free throw line. Over and over again, he drove hard to the basket. And when he got to the basket, he usually drew a foul.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that will do it for our special Christmas Day broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon, and good night, everybody.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby. It's been a long road trip. Last game is tonight, and I know I want to get out of here with the win. We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon, but now's not the time to be looking ahead. I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
The Lakers continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. To take a look at the Cavaliers, well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and pad their win total. For the Lakers, it was a loss to Indy.
May have been, you'll see from them, even for to win, should not have.
Their team wouldn't have played that. It's a good, and you end up with an off that they.
Leading. It's back out. Now, Williams charge on the shot. Jeff 2 points.
Wow, feed from
the clock. And a good game so far. We conclude the first on top at point. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about it. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. That means playing young guys extended minutes, and all systems go. I mean, that's what being a pro is all about.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what
depth, really, the really has separated teams.
Yeah, it's been managed for him. Bench made an contribution.
LeBron low with Verja. Amon Chuck there with Mo Williams. And in at the three. That's the 5. New group on the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers by and as the official count one more
and started only gotten harder.
And let's get down for.
They must have had a from long.
This is how thanks to a lot of off of turnover.
Fast, such a to Boston. They're pushed to make after yourself away. Keep toughness. His
back to Brandon. Boston's only one selling foot. At that point, no one make the play. Push them.
Last season, meaningful. In really toward the bottom line. Where last year was he performed. It was last for sent from the Cavaliers around Smith again. Some of the best of it helping for a tumultuosity like Smith is key.
Cleveland. And shot. Go to the Cavaliers. Switch here. Back in. LeBron. And he knew he had keep play like
sure did to create off created served up for him, and he had to do was not jumpers. As a result, shooting percentage after the trade.
Offensive perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a shot.
Now here on the with us. Pistons for Wild Russell. The NBA. And first half of that. Good one.
Gentlemen, over and Thompson. What's the plan second half?
It wasn't be a dog, guys. Play hard and not.
You have to.
Well, the start of both teams. So it's a narrow win. Just pulling it out. What a shot at home tonight. This
Sports post game.
Ernie Johnson. Let's quickly the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving. What you like about his Shaq?
Being a 2-game to this game, not afford to drop 3 in a row. Goes to the occasion for them tonight. Big time. They needed this sort of performance for him. This game up a few notches. Love it.
Reminded us all of how dangerous the slasher. He drove time and got points inside. An explosive, hard-charging. I loved it.
And that'll do it for this edition of Today on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, entire crew. Have a
As I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff. You evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your images cost you in the hood. Yo, streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
Nah. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature, all right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Oh, ouch.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rob a bodega. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus group, all right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B, go ahead. Recalibrate back to home. Remind these fools wrong. Represent, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Jesus piece you used to rock? Now that Shuttlesworth.
With them fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. Yo, let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make it flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club, I don't know, something. Just throw your weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some, too.
Yeah, and get some nice free vet, too.
Nah, but for real, in all seriousness. You think it's that bad?
Yo. Cats be laughing at your corny commercials, B.
Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we could change all that. Hey, now I know CC's your manager and all, but everywhere she leads, you can't always follow. Now, I'm not trying to catch no charge, but CC got people out here laughing at you, fam. Now, just let me take care of everything. You the CEO, I'm the CFO, Chief Flossing Officer. You hit me with that bread, and I got you.
CC.
How y'all doing?
What up, CC?
Freak, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what up?
In private?
CC, go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought we were supposed to be having a private meeting today to discuss business.
CC, what you think we're doing?
Am I talking to you? You know what? Y'all ain't talking business. Y'all talking nonsense.
We were actually discussing the questionable nature of the promotional strategy that you and Dom have employed on Freak's behalf, and how it doesn't necessarily resonate with his core fan base, primarily due to the fact that it negates the legitimacy of his personal background and history in favor of reaching a larger, primarily more disinterested demographic that would prefer to judge Freak's past as opposed to appreciate it.
Yo, what Yvette said, 4 times 25, 100.
Oh, so now you know your times tables. Yvette, occasionally proving that you're articulate doesn't mean you have business acumen. Beyond, of course, your clear mastery of basic arithmetic. We all know you can add up how much Freak makes.
Okay, Cece, that's enough.
No, you know what, Cece? You're absolutely
Anywho,
right.
Freak,
And
the reason-
speaking of basic arithmetic, how much of Freak's money do you take?
Okay, what did I just say about
A
Team
what?
Freak?
A manager?
What did I
Is that
just
what
say
you
about
No,
Team
the
Freak?
only members of Team
Good.
Freak in here are me and you.
Oh, you know what, Cece? This isn't the womb, okay? It's not just you and Freak.
Speaking of, how's that going for you?
Hey, come on.
Oh, snap.
You gonna let her
Hey.
talk to me like
Yo,
that, really?
it's
You need to
getting
check
way
her
too
now.
cold in. I
Yo,
ain't even
check
talking
her
about
now.
gorilla. Yo,
Yeah.
I'm out.
You know what? I think
I'm
I'll
out.
join you.
No, darlings, please. Please, have a seat. I would just love to hear what you all were just discussing. Better yet, let me guess. Hey, yo, I'm saying, dude, what you need to do is hit up these parties. Yeah, you need to show these fools how you still have mad love for the hood. Get you some flossy jewels. Make sure every time they see you whistling the new whip. Better yet, let's get us a dealership or a club or something. Never mind that house you promised your twin sister, you promised you get for your parents who are still in the projects where you left them.
Yo, that's not fair. I ain't leaving my ass.
Hey,
and you know I'll
don't
never
worry
leave our parents in
about a
projects.
thing, fam. I'll take care of everything. All you gotta do is break me off with that bread. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow. You know what, Cece? I don't know what's going on with you tonight, but I think it's best you go home. We will continue our meeting here.
You asking me to leave?
Yes.
Hey, yo, Freak. It's all good, man. As a matter of fact, CC, I know you don't like me. You never have. I don't know what I ever did to you. But at this point, does it really matter anymore? Look, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. But whatever it was, I can honestly say it was not intentional. All right? Hey, Freak. Think about what I said earlier, man. I ain't trying to catch no charge. Vet, you ready?
Let's bounce.
Cece. Okay, you know I love you more than life itself.
Then how come you always put them before me? I don't put anyone above you, not even myself.
You sure about that, Cece? What would you just call all this? I mean, you come in here blowing up my spot and you insult my brother?
He's not our brother.
You disrespect my woman.
Just trying to protect you.
From who? From the likes of you? But you don't think I realize that I have vultures and blood-sucking leeches in my life? Don't think I realize that you're one of them?
Bloodsucker?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what I think the problem is. It's because you realize you're no better than them and you're ashamed. But in fact, you're worse because we share the same blood. And just because they don't have the same blood running through their veins as us, doesn't mean that they don't love me. Yeah, their love might be flawed, but it's true. What you need to understand is I don't need you to protect me anymore. I don't mind the people closest to me leeching off me. Yes, you do leech off me, and I leech off you too. You love business and you love me. I use that. Vic? Vic? You know he don't mind running these streets. He's my connection to things I don't want to deal with anymore, so I let him do him. I take care of him, and in return, he looks out for me in places you know you can't. And as much as you don't want to hear this, Yvette, she is the eye of the storm in my life right now. She is my only calm. She's my peace, my shelter. I use these people and they use me. I just don't call it that, CC. I don't call what you do using me. I call what you do caring for me. Forgive yourself and forgive them for using the resources at their disposal to get what they need. And what you need to learn to do is just trust me. Okay, I've always had a good judge of character, even before I was born. Remember? Because I chose to come in this world with you. That's right. It was me and you in the womb just kicking it. Right? Right?
I was born first.
Yeah, you were. Swish.
Some people say you just a hanger-on, that you're a leech. Why is that the word?
Yo, because people just don't know,
They
yo.
be hating?
They be hating. They hating on my game. They hating on our friendship. See, FOF, friend of freak. See, nobody got that like I do. And everybody else wants that. Who doesn't? But that's my boy. I'm in that spot. That is my lane, and everybody else just gotta make way for that, you know?
That's him, but who are you?
Nah, man, I got my own life, you know? People think I'm just sitting back and riding on him, but that's not the case, yo. I got dreams. I got dreams, yo. See, my boy knows, right? There's two ways that I could do this. I could do it a legit way, or I could do it the crooked way. And I'm really, really, really trying not to do it the crooked way, but Freak can't help me do that.
He could put you on?
Maybe. You gotta do what you gotta do when you need to do it to get ahead. And that's what I do, and I'm just really good at it. What can I say? I get by, day by day, step by step.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
game time in Los Angeles. From the Staples Center, all the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. And for Los Angeles, Golden State also making some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Ezeli in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's John. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
That one is no good.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Yeah, that's a big reason they're trailing. You can't allow a parade to the free throw line and expect to be on top of the game.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Brown, he's checked in for free. With some changes. Brandon Bass is checked in for Tariq Black. Young comes in for Brown. And Freak subbed in for Brown. Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. Setting the floor for the Warriors. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Bogut out there with Festus Ezeli. And it's Curry in at the point guard. Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that 2-guard position.
Well, he can defend 3 positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the 2-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
Curry with it. Out defended by Freak. Again, Iguodala missing.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
We got a storyline here. If it goes on for the rest of the game, it could be all those points they're getting at the foul line.
Yeah, and I think another key, guys, will be can they continue to hit that mid-range shot? I mean, they've been very effective here early on.
That is really poor defensive awareness. I mean, he's one guy you don't want to give any space to. You've got to stay attached and connected.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Freak dishes to Sacre. Lakers passing it around. Passes shot. Good.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Curry kicks to Ezeli. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Clarkson. Thompson with the bucket.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get, and he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
They set the pick. Clarkson with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Sacre, good. Here's Curry. They trail by 1. Launches it. The shot is off. Young. No good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very...
Kevin, thank you. Roy, I know you have just a couple seconds.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely big group substitution here for the Lakers. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Tariq Black comes in for Brandon Bass. Brown, he's checked in for Bryant. And Freak subbed in for Russell.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
Two great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
Fitting that it ends 2-2 because it's been a really good battle between these teams this year.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Curry. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Sean, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Brown. Robert Sacre is out there with Nick Young. And it's Black in at the 4 slot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. Here is Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. It's hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith,
Yo, what up?
Basquiat, let's go. Got that art for y'all, that real spit. They call me Basquiat. The Harlem take my pockets full of fat knots, making all the ladies drop. Paint me street corners green, my bank notes the color bill scene. Half man, half amazing. Call me Simi out the demigod. Halo crown with the dollar sign, got a poet. A ghetto saint to a grand designs, call me focus. Before the Basquiats, the streets is hopeless. I'm that Harlem Saint painting pictures, making new kind of skill, banking up to 12 figures. Call me Basquiat, pockets full of fat knots, dust till dawn. Your boy makes the street pop, got it on lock. Body don't stop, make it hot. Love it when the bunnies bounce when they on top. Basquiat, I got 107 C's, making waves to the world knows me. Basquiat, my pocket go deep. I dive in the heights, get up and then creep. I'm on my hustle and grind, I'm all about my money. No time for playing games when the game ain't funny.
Okay, yo, he's nice. What's his name?
Hey, he goes by the name Basquiat, yo. Basquiat puts game down on them bars, yo. I'm telling you. Hey, we record a nice mixtape. Hey, do a nice video, get some honeys up in there dancing. Hey, we could build a franchise around this, yo. Hey, I want us to do a deal, freak.
I mean, what you mean by us, Vic?
I mean us, as in you and me and you, putting some serious Skrilla behind this and put me on, man. I'm Basquiat.
What?
You heard me? I'm Basquiat. That's me.
That's you?
Yeah, 100.
Okay, you nice with it. What? Yeah. Wow, okay.
Thanks, man.
Basquiat.
Yo, we don't need no major label to make this happen, man. And in the end, we reap all the benefits. Think about it.
what you're thinking. I noticed we passed Colonel Young Park, too.
Yo, Coach Judy was the best. I remember when she took us from park to park so we could play ball. She taught us how to be comfortable in places other than the courts and the projects.
Word. Yo, Coach Judy would have us shoot hundreds of jumpers all over the court with both hands.
Hey, you caught onto the ambidextrous thing real fast, though.
Right. Now, but you were a beast with the hops. You were like 13, 5'6", and could reverse dunk with 2 hands. Come on, man. Whoa! Yeah, used to bug all the older dudes out on the court.
Yep. Oh, good times, man. Good times.
What's wrong, Vic? What's wrong?
It's nothing, man. It's silly, really.
Come on, Vic. Fess up.
I'm thinking about how fortunate you are. You know, how blessed you are. You know, you grew up with a mom's and a dad, both parents. Your family treated me like family when my dad died in Greenhaven in his 9th year on his 40-year bid. You remember that?
Yeah.
And I turn around, my mom's died from that flu. That sick parting gift my dad left my mom's.
Oh, I feel you, Vic. But it's all right, man. You know, your moms and pops were good people. You know, may they rest in power.
So you're gonna patronize me now? You're gonna pity the little boy whose worthless, low-budget parents died from AIDS? Is that what you're gonna do? Yo, don't pity me, all right? And don't play me neither. As a matter of fact, go play the lottery, because, hey, you never know. Your chances might be better.
Vic. What are you doing right now?
You got everything, don't you, freak? What do I have? Nothing. Man, I got nothing. You won't even, your cheap butt won't even front me the Skrilla I need to back a Basquiat mixtape, yo. And on top of that, I get banned from traveling with the team. I get banned from the locker rooms. I get banned from the arena. Why would you let them do this to your best friend, man? What kind of friend are you?
Vic, you being serious right now. You're serious. Yo, you sound like you on some Welch's sour grape right now, man. You jelly?
I ain't jealous of you, freak.
You sure, man? Because I don't know what you call this little tirade. It spreads like some Welch's grape jelly. Are you jealous?
Like I said, I ain't jealous of you, freak. As a matter of fact, I think you are jealous of me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think you jealous of the way that I'm laying it down with these hotties on Instagram while you stuck at home with your one blazing beauty. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't get heated because you went behind my back to get at Yvette, and she turned you down, B. Oh, what's wrong, Basquiat? Yeah, that's right. Look at you. Out there drowning in the middle of a whack lake without a lifesaver.
Brother, real talk. You know how I get. All right, I was feeling a little friendly. I got a little loose with it, you know. I was just up and out. You know me, man.
Save that riff for Heathcliff. Yvette told me all about it. I kept it on the low. See if you ever was gonna mention it. You did it. You broke the code, B. One never steps to his boy's boo, even after they break up. But you broke the code. And you know you did. But you know what? It's still all love here. But it's you who chooses this life in these streets. You know, you want to get on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Tinder, trying to chase these thirsty tens. Yeah, use my name as a coupon. Reel them all in. Hey, sweet thing. Hey, sweetie pie. Hey, shawty, you know I'm a FOF, a friend of freak. And then when they husbands and boyfriends start coming after you and you want to play the macho man role, start throwing hands, scrapping and fighting, who's the one that has to bail you out of jail? Huh? Who's the one that has to pay these lawyers in 6-figure settlements, huh? Me! Not you. Oh, no, not you, Vic. And then when you want to throw these lavish parties without consulting me, who's the one stuck with the bill, Vic? Huh? Me. Not you, but me. I have hit you off in the past 10 months with $250,000, Vic. $250,000. That's a lot of money. I don't mind you eating, but when you being a glutton, and a glutton off my plate and my food, love is love, but I'm keeping it 10 times 10 with you right now, Vic. 100. As usual, 100.
You right. Right, freak. You've been carrying me for a long time. I've been a burden and a hindrance to you. And I'm sorry. I thank you for your generosity of finance. I thank you for your generosity of friendship. I thank you for your generosity of spirit.
You know what? It's all good, my brother.
But you owe me.
Owe you?
Yeah, you owe me.
Yeah, how you figure
Big
that?
time.
Uh-huh. How? How?
Dirt Bike Donnie. Remember him? Dude who was robbing everybody in the towers?
Vic, I thought we was never, ever gonna talk about that.
Oh, you thought wrong, homie. I remember it like it was yesterday. Remember when we were on the stairwell in the building? Remember that? We had just brought our sheepskin coats from Delancey Street, our senior year of high school. You were the hottest prospect in the country. and Donnie's jealous butt, man, he had it out for you and me. But more so you, freak. More so you. Remember when he saw our brand new fresh sheepskin coats? Oh, dude lost his mind. He ran up on you and told you to run it.
Man.
Oh, man, he wanted your coat.
Yo, nah, Vic.
Oh, he wanted it so
Vic,
bad.
no, we were fighting, all right? We were fighting. Okay, then he reached in this coat, and when he pulled, we struggled, man.
Yeah.
And when he pulled back, he fell down stairway by himself and cracked his head in two.
Yo, man, hey, calm down. Yo, it's all good. It's all good, fam. I was there. Remember that? I was there. I saw the whole thing. It's like you said. Everything happened so fast. You know, you was working off of adrenaline and pure instinct. I know you didn't try and do it. I know you didn't try and do it, man. Yeah. Anyway, I took care of all the loose ends when you ran down a flight of steps. Left me holding the bag. Yeah. So your secret is safe with me, Free. Has been and always will be. Safe from that same morality clause that you threw in my face when I was banned from your NBA life. So, next time you want to talk about food, remember, when Dirt Bike Donnie looked at you like food, who was it that saved the day? Me! It was me! Victor Van Leer, who cleaned your dirty plate for you! You're a clean freak. You clean it in the Board of Health. 'Cause of who? 'Cause of me. You got all this because of me. And don't you ever forget that. Oh, man. Hey, I just thought of something so funny. You gonna get a kick out of this. You gonna get a kick out of this. Yo, I need you to ask you for one more favor.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bruh. That's hilarious.
Hey, it might be the last favor I ever ask of you, but you gotta admit that's really fun.
Yeah, of course. Anything for FOF.
Oh, hey, says the NBA megastar, his voice dripping with the sarcasm. Hey, Yo, peep this. Let me borrow this here ride, man. Hey, come on. It's not like you're gonna miss it. It's just gonna sit in your Tribeca garage next to your Aston Martin and your Lambo, and we both know they're collecting dust. Yo, how many whips you got anyway?
Man, come on.
Yeah, you're right. I don't even want to know. Yo, this ride is for sure an aphrodisiac for all the hottie hots. Man, we living the life, man. My main man, Frequency Vibrations. We for sure living the dream.
I need this back at the end of the season in the same condition. Repeat, same condition.
Same condition.
That I lent it to you. Pristine, Vic.
I know what that word means. Hey, I won't let you down, man. I'm gonna treat this ride like one of my own hottie hots.
No.
No?
No, you not. Not in this car, you not. No.
All right, man. I won't let you down, okay? I will change my ways, I promise. Yo, you hungry? I'm hungry, man. Let's go get something to eat, man. Let's get some grub. Huh? What do you say? What do you say?
Wow.
Freak, I didn't expect you to be here.
Coach let practice out early.
You okay? What's going on?
Same old.
Wow, your shoulders are really tight. Are they stressing you out again?
Yeah.
Well, you know you always got me, right? I'm always gonna be here. Baby, I'm your ride or die. And as quiet as it's kept, you and I are the real Team Freak.
Of course. Word of my mom's. I never had this feeling with any other woman in my life. And she gave me a different feeling, which was something I fell in love with. I never asked her to be my girlfriend. It just became that. You could tell when we started falling, like, I get a text message and she's, who's that? And it's just like, oh, so we worried now. Oh, so no more of that? All right, you know what I mean? So that's how I came to agreement.
What's different about Yvette?
Well, when you could teach me something or give me knowledge about anything, I'm already attracted to you as a person. I love learning, and she was very intellectual, and she's a very strong woman. And in this life, I need a strong woman.
The NBA season is a grind. There's no question about it. And tonight may be another game in the endless stretch of games, but that don't make it any less important. Time to put on my game face and do what I do. Win games.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at the Lakers, they took the win in their last game against the Celtics. And kind of a close game, only a 4-point win, but a win nonetheless.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
And the one thing you can typically count on from Roy Hibbert is great rim protection. Last year, he dipped a little, down to 1.5 blocks a game from over 2 the year before, but shooters still had to account for him every time they drove to the rim.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So the Lakers 5 right now. Brandon Bass is out there with Roy Hibbert, and there's Bryant, and it's Young, and it's Russell in at the 1 spot. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Shot clock at 6. Here's Griffin. It's tipped over Bass. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. On defense, the Clippers, defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
Now here's Griffin, following the shot by Roy Hibbert. The shot by Pierce will not go. Well, getting back to Hibbert, last year was a down one for him in a few areas. He put up his lowest points per game average since his rookie year. And Clark, his minutes in general were way down.
Yeah, and I think he may be at a bit of a crossroads in his career right now. A couple of years ago, signed a big contract. He's got the talent and he's got the desire. I think it's just a matter of him having the confidence that will lead to consistency.
Again, Pierce missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
What a nice feed by Kobe that time.
Here's Paul. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates. You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Hibbert. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Paul kicks to Jordan. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Griffin. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Bass with the screen. A drive by Russell. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. Well, I tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line.
Some changes. Smith checked in for Jordan. Lance Stevenson comes in for Pierce. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Paul. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Now the feed to Griffin. Power down with both hands.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
That's good. And the Clippers have possession. Paul passes to Crawford. The drive by Paul. Rebound the Lakers.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old school coach who goes with his own perception.
And that one's good by Stevenson.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Shoots from the line. It's rebounded by Stevenson. The Clippers in the lead. Doubled by Sean. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. .36 seconds left in the first.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Stevenson.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Sean, and he banks in the layup. Freak's got his second bucket. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Paul outside. He dishes it to Griffin. Fades. No good. Black. Can't get it to go. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers lead by 2. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from him. A strong case can be made that Jordan played like the Defensive Player of the Year, Clark, this past season. Different look here. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Smith comes in for Pierce. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Crawford in for Chris Paul. We've got Smith, Crawford out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Griffin, and it's Stevenson in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Black. Crawford with the steal. And now running up the court, Stevenson pushing it up. Look at that.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And again, no good by the Lakers. Clippers leading by 7. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. The pass to Redick. And it's good off the back rim and in. And now an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Sean, and again, unable to change momentum here.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Randall with a screen for Williams. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Crawford kicks to Smith. Feeds it to Redick. This one for three. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Redick's got 7 points.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here's Clarkson. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we've reached halftime in this one. Clippers ahead. They lead by 12. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Kevin, I'm here with Paul Pierce. And Paul, a nice first half coming off a tough loss last game. What do you think has been the biggest change in how this team is executing?
I think we're just moving the ball. We're playing much more relaxed, I think. We're not turning it over as much. We're getting stops, and we're able to run.
Paul, thank you. Kevin, back to you at the table.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway. A different look for the Clippers. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Griffin. Lance Stevenson comes in for Pierce. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. So for the Lakers right now, John, he's in at point guard. Julius Randle is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Black in at the 5 down low. Here's John. Los Angeles with another miss.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a DNP CD. Not the start he wanted with the new team. And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end. If you look at Chris Paul, you're looking at a guy who really is the standard bearer of point guards. I mean, he can pass, he can score, he plays great defense. He also competes for what makes him.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Clippers. Johnson comes in for Lance Stevenson. And then for the Lakers, Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Tariq Black. Brown comes in for Bryant. And Freak subbed in for Williams. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Johnson out there with Smith. And it's Griffin in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Puts it up off the inbound, and the shot no good, a bit short.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on, he's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Paul outside. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Fourth team foul. Substitution for the Clippers. Paul Pierce.
Watch
Watch him. He's coming out over there.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Chris, how does a win like this help propel the team at this point in the schedule?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, J.J. Redick.
He was in a groove tonight, Ernie, Kenny. He's getting in that playoff mode already. Perfect timing with the postseason approaching. He had it all going on the whole game.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice. So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No, no more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that call, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
That wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time, but looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. The snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're going to be down with the team, I got to show you the dap.
The dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot, swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Swish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kinda hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
We have the Jazz as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. The Lakers in the lead. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, the head coach for the Jazz gave me a few moments to catch up with him. He said the key to this matchup will be their ability to limit the quality looks close to the basket. When facing a team like this one, he said, you don't stand a chance giving up easy looks inside. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. Clark Lyles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise producer as an NBA player.
And guys, with Lyles playing out of position can be a blessing and a curse. I mean, he didn't get to play in his comfort zone and put up big numbers, but his skill set grew from the minutes he had to spend outside of that comfort zone.
Shoots from 12, and that one's good. Free.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
There's the pass to Lyles. Here's Hood. He's covered by Clarkson. Fast break, the Lakers. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Pass to Booker. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Booker's got 6.
Tell you what I like about Lyles is that he has a bit of an old man game about him. He's an old head, plays within himself, good at every small intangible thing on the court, just has a real nice feel for how to play.
They get it back.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call, Utah the foul. The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he's good on the second. Utah with the ball, trailing by 2. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Lakers. Nick Young's checked in for Bryant. Russell comes in for Lou Williams. And Freak subbed in for Clarkson. Taking a look at the Jazz. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. And it's Gobert in at the center position.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket. Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Burks. Here's Hayward. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Hayward's got 4 this quarter.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Russell inside. Burks covering, and it's Russell missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Burks in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burks got his 3rd assist on the night.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him. Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
Burks with it. He had 15 points last outing. 6 to shoot. Favors sets the pick for Hayward. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Hayward's got 9.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Burke kicks to Hayward. 3-pointer. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, and once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
Here's what the Lakers are going to. And the first half comes to a conclusion.
Well, Roy.
The Jazz, 45. Your safety is our #1 concern. In the event of emergency evacuation of Staples Center becomes necessary, please walk out.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade and are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Some changes for the Lakers. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Hibbert. And Freak subbed in for Nick Young. Sean, he's in at point guard. Kobe is out there with Brandon Bass. Then it's Russell. And it's Black in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5. Up top, Russell. Burks covering, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Free throw good, Russell. And so Russell hits them both. Here's Burke. He's got 14. Dishes it to Favors. In the corner, it's Hayward. Nice ball movement by Utah. Favors with the screen. Here's Burks, and he gets the bucket. Burks has got the lead up to 9 now for the Jazz.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Moving it up. Favors with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. Burke dishes to Hayward. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
And John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Julius Randle comes in for Brandon Bass, and Lewis Williams subbed in for Russell. Back to Hayward, three-pointer, and the basket good. Hayward's got 17.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Lakers trail by 10. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark, last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's John. Utah with the rebound.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Drop that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
And Los Angeles guys shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. They set the pick. Williams passes to Black. Rebound, Utah. Booker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Exum kicks to Booker. Out left to the wing. Hood dishes to Exum. Hayward on the wing. 1:04 left in the third. 5 to shoot. And that one is hammered home.
Punches it down with pop.
And rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
They get it again. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Randle.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
They double him with Freak. Here's Exum. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And it's Freak missing.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Hayward goes in to the inside. Booker. Oh, that's blocked. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Platoon swap here for the Lakers. And so in the game for the Jazz, Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Trevor Booker. And it's Exum in at the 1.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
That free throw, no good. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Kicks it to Brown. Pass to Bass. Goes up the baseline, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. No good on the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the second. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Derek, your defense.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the 3 ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal, and that really opened up the game.
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest. It has been a wild ride. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. Now the playoffs begin on 2K Sports. See you back for that.
I know money isn't everything to you, Freak, and I find it hard to say this, but I've grown to respect that in you. You're a man of conviction, but it's my responsibility to point out the consequences of that way of thinking. Now, for you, winning is everything, but winning isn't something you could do alone. It requires excellent, or at the very least, competent coaching, contributing teammates, and God willing, good health. And we all know that's not a guarantee. Now, the reality is you're not in control of any of those other factors, but if you, as the star player, fail to win and deliver a championship, you will be held responsible. You will be scapegoated, you will be villainized, and you will be punished accordingly. So when you say to me that as a free agent, all you care about is being in the best position to win, I understand what you mean. But again, that's not only up to you. Now, I'm going to call my guy at Apollo Jets. I'm going to get us a private plane for this tour. I promise you, you're going to love the free agency experience. Now, your relationship with Vic has unfortunately cost us in some of these negotiations. We had 10 teams interested. We now only have 3. But thankfully, you wised up when it came to Vic. Have you been in contact with Vic? Yo, Freak, look at me.
He still has one of my cars, Dom.
What did I tell you about the L word?
The L word? What is...
Loyalty. I don't know what kind of hold this Vic has over you, but it makes me scared. You're a free agent for the first time in your career, and the only person you need to be loyal to is you. You need to be an FOF. You need to be a friend of Freak. Let's forget about winning without appropriate compensation and loyalty that hasn't been earned and isn't deserved. This is a tough business, Freak. We need to be tougher. Come on.
CC?
Woo, Lord Jesus, I was about to blow a gasket. Okay, Freak. Now, there are very few options on the table, and I want you to explore them all before making your final decision. Whatever you decide, it needs to be an informed decision, not an emotional one. The larger the markets, the greater resources at your disposal and exposure for you. But if you don't allocate these resources properly, then it's just a big spotlight on you as you lose.
Well, thank you kindly, big sis.
She's right, Freak.
Thanks, Don.
Absolutely. Team Freak. That's what we're about.
Oh, whoa, I don't know if I like this.
What?
Dom and CC high-fiving like that?
I mean, yeah, why you got so certain I'm gonna lose?
Whoa. No one thinks you're going to lose.
You guys sure sound like it.
We just want you to select a franchise that has great coaching, super talent, exposure, but most importantly, a ton of cap space. If the team doesn't win and you're to blame, at least you won't be broke, capiche?
Capiche.
Also, you should make sure it's somewhere you want to raise a family, but no pressure.
You guys have made this decision so much easier.
What did Mom and Dad say?
You know what they said. I mean, but honestly, I'm torn. I've heard and listened to what you've all had to say. Don't take this the wrong way. There's just one person I haven't heard from, and that's Vic.
Oh, Lord, help us.
Yo, Vic, where you at? I've been trying to call you, man. Hit me back.
You know him. He's probably somewhere too loud to hear his phone.
I don't know. I think Vic's actually upset with me.
São Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MSQ da PP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
Os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza, deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar no impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Bonjour, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo horizonte, trancada na cela ou numa favela. Ela é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade, ainda mais do que a palavra liberdade é feminina. Cidade luz, guetos, becos e pretos tristes como um blues. Mano, muçulmano, amor, islã. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Mil flor, mil cor, mil idioma, mil cor, tipo índio. Tio por, servos de Roma, frios por natureza morta. Legalité por mon père, si vous...
All right.
All right. Hello. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today. I especially like to thank God, my Lord and Savior, my family, my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, twin sister and manager, Cece, my lady. Thank you guys for all your support. I'd also like to thank all the fans, and all the people out there who consider themselves an FOF, a friend of free. My free agency has been nothing short of amazing. And frankly, it has been a dream come true. But like most dreams, the reality is very different from what I imagined. Though I wouldn't change a thing about this period and the time I spent in the NBA, I can honestly say that nothing has been more gratifying and more difficult than choosing where to play next year. I sought the wise counsel of my loved ones. Nothing puts me at ease more than knowing that regardless of my decision, you guys will be there for me no matter what. Now, there are so many wonderful teams in the league, each filled with stellar talent and all vying to be number one. For me, there's nothing more important than winning and surrounding myself with those who feel just as passionately about the game as I do and have an unrelenting desire to win a championship ring. That's what matters most to me. It is for this reason, above all, I've decided to go to the Golden State Warriors.
have on that team, they're going to win a championship this year.
You think so? And you know what that means?
I'm gonna get cha-ching.
I
love it.
I know.
That's my man. All right, son. Congratulations.
I've been running.
3 letters, M-A-X, baby.
Dom we trust, baby.
Dom we trust.
Let me see this contract. Let me see this contract.
I'll be right back. I gotta call finally. Yo, fool, where you been? I've been trying to call you.
Mr. Freak?
Yo, who's this?
This is Officer Vasquez with the 9th Precinct.
Officer Vasquez? What did Vic do now?
Mr. Freak, there's been an accident. Look, we're gonna need you to come down to the following address as soon as possible.
What kind of accident? Put Vic on the phone.
I can't do that, sir.
No, you're not hearing me. I want to talk to Vic.
Look, sir, we need you to calm down as soon as you can.
No. Hey, listen. Put down the phone, and I don't want to hear it get picked up until Victor Van Leer's on the phone.
Give me the phone.
Put Vic on the phone.
Mr. Freak, Mr. Van Leer was killed in a car accident.
What's going on? Give me the phone.
The car he was driving was registered to you. We were able to identify him from the
Listen
flyers
to
of
me.
his possession.
Freak,
I don't want to talk to you no more.
Freak, give me the phone. Hi, excuse me. Hi. Yes. This is Cece. This is Freak's manager. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, yes, look, we're gonna need somebody to come down and identify Mr. Van Leer. Eyewitnesses say that he was involved in a car chase. 2 cars were chasing him, and as the chase escalated, he eventually lost control and crashed. Look, I'm really sorry for your loss.
Hello. Outside of the deceased, was anybody else injured?
Vic died in a car accident.
What?
Yeah, they said he was in a car chase.
No.
Freak, I'm sorry. He died.
I'm so sorry, Freak. Freak, I am so sorry.
Sis, all started here.
Yep, right here in the dome.
Yeah, when I was all about living the dream. Yeah. I know it'd be some nightmares.
As Daddy always says, all that glitters ain't gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss my brother Vic, though.
Deep down, he was a good person at heart, but he was never quite right. Something was always off with him, even when we were little growing up.
Yeah, I know, but I loved him anyway. I knew he was trying to take advantage of our friendship, but I didn't care. We were boys, ride or die, you know that?
Ride or die.
Just hope Vic finally found peace and depth that he never found in life.
Well, may he rest in power. When you really sit down and think about it, life is about the blink of an eye, and that's so quick. We spend a third sleeping in bed, a third trying to figure this thing called life out. Yo, by the time we think you got it all figured out, you only got a third of your life left.
Yeah, life's a trip.
Say that again.
Life's a trip.
10 times 10.
Well, honey. Hey, yo, shout out to my man Vic.
Shout out to Vic. Come on, let's bounce.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about to wake up the projects like I used to.
Better
remember?
not. You better not. We ain't kids no more.
Cece?
Hey!
Why are you sneaking up on us?
Man, we thought you two left town yesterday after the funeral.
We decided to stay one more day.
Oh, I'm so glad you did. I wish we had known you were coming. We would have made you something to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
What y'all doing?
Yeah, chatting.
Yeah, talking about yesterday's service.
Oh, okay.
How you holding up, son?
You know what? I'm okay, Pops. But you know what? We love you two so much. And it's only now that I'm realizing how much you two sacrificed for Cece and myself. Hey, you know, Vic didn't really get to know his father growing up. And we were lucky to grow up in a household with 2 loving parents. And you know what's sad to say? People thought we had a highly unusual home in the projects.
Yeah, folks always talk about the negative effects of boys with no father in the home, but it affects girls too. And it's helped me in my relationships with men in my life.
What man?
Anywho, I know that all men are not dogs because I had a great father in the home. You, Daddy.
I was there too.
He didn't do it alone now.
Yes, Mama, of course. It goes without saying.
Thank you, daughter. I did what my father did, and his father before that. A man, a real man, will always be involved in his children's lives. I love your mother. We had our ups and downs, but I love her more than life itself. You two are a direct result of that true love.
Yeah, we know that.
Switching subjects.
Yeah.
I know the both of you like I know the back of my hand. You said you were leaving after the service. Why are you here out of the blue?
Yeah, what's up?
Why gotta be all that?
Yeah, we can't stop by and show our love and appreciation for our loving parents. I'm highly offended.
I am appalled.
What's happening?
Yeah, come clean.
Okay. Me and Cece just want to give you a little present.
Yeah, a small token, a small repayment for everything you've done for us.
Yeah, all the sacrifices you've made.
And we want nothing in return but your love. And grandchildren.
But get married first.
Yeah, save your money.
But Daddy, we really just
But Daddy, nothing. You heard your father.
Well, maybe one day.
Maybe. But one day is not today.
Nope.
Okay. Well, for real, we do have an actual flight to catch tonight.
For real this
yes,
time?
yes, for real this time.
Well,
It's good to see you again.
Yes.
Love you
Hey,
too.
y'all call
Safe
us when you
flight.
get there, okay?
We will.
As soon as you land.
Okay, Mama.
All right. Yeah, y'all
Okay,
call
Mama.
us as soon as you get back.
All right, as soon as you land.
All right,
Yes,
promise.
Take care of your brother.
Of course, always.
I got this. No trust.
Hey, did you forget something?
No, can you do me a favor and head to the sofa?
The sofa? What's at the sofa?
Just look behind the cushion.
Behind the cushion? Pete, come here.
What do they want now?
What's in the envelope?
Just look inside, Mama.
Pete, you open it. Hey, Frequency, what's this?
Does it look like it opens doors?
Keys to a house?
Uh-huh.
A new home?
Uh-huh.
Son, I done told you and your sister a million times. Me and your mother are very comfortable right where we are.
Absolutely right.
This is Harlem, USA. Project or no project. This is our apartment. This is the home we made for you to raise you up right in. We're not moving like everybody else.
Let me talk
Tell
to
him something.
Frequency, we both appreciate it very much. I mean, we're very grateful.
Okay,
honey.
look, there's something else in the envelope.
Pete, he says look inside the envelope.
What?
Well, look inside.
Yeah. Oh, wait already. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Baby, pack your bags.
We are living the dream. Oh,
thank y'all. Love you.
All right, love you guys.
Love you.
Dear Freak, by the time you read this letter, I'll be long gone. I wrote this letter because it's the only way I think my voice will ever be heard. This piece of yellow paper is the only way I'll ever get any of you to stop, listen, and really get to know me, Victor Van Leer. My childhood was turbulent. But even in the most unsettling times, there was a break in the tide. Father was the rocky water, and my mom's was the gentle surf. Pops did a lot of foolish stuff, but when he wasn't trashed and was actually taking the time to be a father, he'd say, Vic, you got one life, a fragile life. God can take this life whenever he sees fit. So live, and live plentiful. Each day God gives, live it in abundance. My pops was a smart dude, the most dangerous kind, educated and street smart. And this apple didn't fall too far from the tree. My mom's, she was an angel. No matter how heavy the hand, she would do anything for me. And by chance, when I was casted into that darkness, she was the voice I followed back to the light. I was so young, too young. But my decaying flesh carries the scars and memories that won't fade. She's the reason I'm as loving as I was. She taught me to look at others as human beings and not objects. Now, where there's pain, a simple kiss, hug, or I love you could disperse that rainy day. That's why I'll never understand why. Why? Why she of all people was taken from me. The only one good thing I ever had in my life. And that was my mother. You ever feel lonely? Well, I didn't have any siblings. No one would claim me as their own. It is the first time in my life I questioned the point of living at all. If it wasn't for your family taking me in, I swear I was going to open my wrist or jump in front of the A train. But I found love. And I found it through my new family. Mr. Pete, man, he was the complete opposite of who my dad was. He was foreign to me. He was a good, honorable man, and to be honest, he intimidated me. I didn't believe I could ever be the man he tried teaching me to be. Miss Martha, damn. Real talk, I was in love with that woman. Frick, if you're reading this right now, I'm sorry. I never met one hottie that came close to her. Mr. Pete is a lucky dude. But unlike my dad, he could recognize the angel in his presence. Aside from my own mom, she's the only other person I truly think understood me. I just wanted to be loved, yo. I just wanted to belong. CC, man, I've seen her make the hardest dudes break at the wrist. I've seen her turn coal into diamonds and then back into coal again, just by doing this intense stare she do. CC is no joke. I love her, though. We used to be close. And again, I'm sorry, freak, but when your sister get all mad and on one, damn, I just, whew. CC, I love you more than you will ever know. I hope in my time past you can finally forgive me. Yvette is beautiful. A woman about success, work ethic, and never settling for less. Which, that's why I didn't stand a chance. Freak was king, and me, a big, fat zero. She was cool, though. Chill. And when she wasn't being all uptight, that girl was mad funny. I could see why you fell in love with her. She could make any man better. She was exactly what I wanted, and definitely what you needed. Frequency vibrations. My boy, my blood. I'm sorry I couldn't be as great as you. I'm sorry I was your weight and not your pedestal. I wanted to be a lot of things. I thought I was the next prodigy. Then you hit that court, and I knew. It was it. It was you, freak. It was you. I didn't have much of a life, at least not one I could be proud of. I never said this to you, but I wanted to be you. All I wanted was a taste, just a little taste of everything I never had. Can you blame me? Like my dad said, life is short, and I just wanted to live it abundantly. I know it hurts, but your life would be better without me. There's nothing holding you down anymore, freak. I believe in you. And I always look out for you from above, B. Hey, bring that Jesus piece back for your boy, though, you know. That shuttle's work. I love you, freak. At least I did something right. At the end, I felt as though I had no place here anymore. I never felt as though I belonged. Maybe my greatness is in the heavens. just maybe, my greatness is you, freak. I just hope you and the fam remember me as I remember my mom. Look at people like human beings and not objects. Because if you wait, it's often too late. So just say you love them now, man. Be the voice they can follow out of darkness. Be to them what my mother was to me. An angel. Your boy, resting in power, Vic.
Salutations, I am Sharonis Jackson, portraying the role of Frequency Vibrations, aka Freak. I am from the Inland Empire, California, Philadelphia born, just showing love to everybody out there. That's a FOF.
Hello world, it's your boy Wade Wilson, aka Big Van Leah, Basquiat, and FOF, friend of Freak. Hey, I was born in Oakland, raised in Richmond, represent all day. Love y'all.
What's up, world? My name is Michelle Mitchenor. I play Cece. I'm representing Jersey. Shout out to my people on the shore and in the city. I'm now residing in LA, living the dream.
What's up, family? This is Gina Breedlove from Fort Greene, representing the Republic of Brooklyn, New York. I play Miss Martha. I wish you all so much love and peace.
What's up, everybody? My name is Arthur Richardson. I play Mr. Pete. I'm a GI soldier. That's Gary, Indiana, for those that don't know. And remember, it's not just a game.
What's up, y'all? My name is Anya Engel Adams, aka Yvette Ming Ching, and I'm originally from upstate New York by way of South Florida, representing for all the independent ladies. And just let them know we got our own, boo. Mwah.
Al Palagonia, born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in Queens, New York, reprising the role of super sports agent Dom Pagnotti. That's right, the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1, the best. You see this watch? That's diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. That's like speed and power, and that's what I have. I'm the best, and I will represent you. Freaking and vibing, freaking and vibing, freaking and vibing. Go 2K16, yeah, boy!
Yo, hear me clearly and hear me good. I am Paul Garangelli from Petaluma, California, also known as P-Town, home of the Butter and Egg Parade and MoCap Madness, and I play the team owner.
Hello, my name is Spike Lee. I hope you enjoyed our NBA 2K16 feature film, Living the Dream. Dolly, a little faster, a little faster. You know I'm on the dolly. This is my signature shot. We had a great, great time doing this. And as I said before, I've never done this before. It was a very, 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 very great learning experience for me. Work with a great group of people in front of and behind the camera. And you know what? I want you to see everybody work on this film. So crew, come on in. Keep going. Keep going. All right. Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Welcome to your second NBA season. Now that your career is progressing and your brand is growing, you will be challenged with managing increasing demands off the court. In between games, you'll have decisions to make on how to spend your off days. Will you refine your skill on the court and work on increasing your attributes in live practices? Do you want to earn fame and extra money by partnering with global brands? Or would you rather establish personal connections with some of the game's most influential personalities, which bring with them a variety of rewards? The choice is yours. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they have the unenviable task of starting the new season on the road. It won't be an easy place to pick up win number one, as they'll be facing a tough environment and a team that wants to win this game as badly as they do. And of course, Freak playing here tonight. You've probably heard his story by now. Lost a friend of a long time in the off-season. Very tough to deal with, obviously. How hard is it going to be for him to get his focus back, Shane?
It's going to be tough, Ernie. He lost someone that he knew for a long time, and it's going to weigh on him. This will be one of his most trying seasons of his career.
Man, I feel for Freak, man. It's not going to be easy. I mean, but it's an opportunity.
On the floor for the Wizards. At center, Andrew Roberts. At small forward, Harrison Barnes. At the other forward position, Draymond Green. At shooting,
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan with Look, Alex Lenz checked in for Chandler. Arthur comes in for Markieff Morris. Warren's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Knight subbed in for Booker. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Sean, he's in at point guard. Maurice Spade's out there with Smith. And there's Iguodala. And it's Barbosa in at the 2 spot. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Jeff Hornacek.
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge defensively, going up against a team that can really execute. He said they're a team that makes the most of every single possession. They won't settle for tough shots. We have to make them take difficult shots, contested shots. Guys, let's see if they have what it takes.
All right, Doris, thank you. I think the message coach has delivered is well focused, guys.
Yeah, straight to the point there. I mean, defend their shooters with every ounce of energy they can muster.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach go deep into his bench tonight because of that. They're going to be expending a ton of energy on defense, and he's going to need everybody to be ready to play.
Here's Chan, and the officials call a traveling violation. Looney's checked in for Freak. Chandler comes in for Alex, and it's P.J. Warren. Warriors right now. 4 with Bogut at the 5. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Chan in at the point. Back to Chandler, and it's
That slam, that's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
It's stolen by Bogut. Thompson dishes to Freak. To halt the run, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. Well, a bit of a tragic note for Freak. He'll be playing this season after the loss of a longtime friend over the summer break.
Yeah, that's hard to hear, and certainly going to be difficult for him to work through that. It's going to be on his mind all year. Never easy to go on about business as usual when you have that kind of heartache and loss.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing.
And a pretty tightly can.
All right.
been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground. So it's Phoenix picking.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Eric Bledsoe. He made all the key plays every step of the way. They depend on him to deliver these sorts of performances, and he helped carry his team tonight.
When you're having a night shooting in the high 50s, you're being...
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
Honest answer? No, I'm not. I feel like we're a better team when I have the ball in my hands because of the way I create. Simple as that. Get me the ball, and the wins will follow.
How's your relationship with the coaching staff? Are the rumors of friction accurate?
You know, I ain't got nothing to say on that. You guys write whatever you want. I'm gonna leave it right there. Yo, next question.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend, Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
You're right. It's definitely been a challenging year. My rookie season, it all seems like a blur now. And losing Vic, that was one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with in my life. But I'm here now, in a great situation for me to grow my game and my focus on the game of basketball. 100%, 10 times 10. And I'm gonna do whatever I can to bring this team a championship. No, but that's all I got. Thank you.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tip-off coming up shortly from Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors will be going up against the Dallas Mavericks. And guys, for the Mavericks, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. And with a little bit of time here before tip-off, I'll kick off a topic. Defense, as we know, a key to winning basketball. Kenny, talk about the hallmarks of a great defensive team.
Well, first there has to be an anchor in the back. And if you have an anchor in the back, then all of a sudden,
and a look at the dazzling arches of the Bay Bridge and beyond it, San Francisco. Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burton. Completely new 5 on the floor. Dallas also making some changes. Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for Mahinmi. Harris comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. On the floor for Dallas, Dallenberg's out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then it's Matthews. And it's Harris in at the shooting guard position.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
This is to Matthews. And it's Spates with the rebound.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Shot's good.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Wesley Matthews on the wing. Now the pass to Parsons. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Pass to Matthews. The feed now to Dallenberg. There's the dish to Barea. The 3. And it's Spates with the rebound.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
Iguodala kicks to Spates to the middle. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Screen by Smith. It's Iguodala with the drive. Steps back and fires. The shot is off. Good D by Matthews. Mavericks trail by 11. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Fades back. That one a little long.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Parsons. Pass to Dallenberg, and the shot is good.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Sean. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Offense, the order of the day is the first. He sat down with Freak to discuss how he's handling the loss of his close friend. My thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
Without question. I mean, it's a really difficult road to navigate, the loss of a loved one or a close friend.
And the first half is... The second half just about to get going here. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan. Chandler Parsons. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to.
This was Chandler Parsons taking it to the next level, Shaq. I mean, he has heart and hustle always, but he took it even higher tonight on both ends of the floor.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Phoenix Suns. Well, it was Phoenix winning their last game against the Lakers. A terrific underdog win in that last game. They're feeling good, looking to keep it up tonight. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision.
The Suns are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. New 5 on the floor. 1:24 left in the first quarter. On the court for the Suns, we've got Len. Warren is out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Arthur. And it's Perkins in at the 4 spot. Spates kicks to Barbosa. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
That one misses. Phoenix is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Arthur dishes to Knight, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Knight's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. First in three-point field goal percentage. Second in points off turnovers. And they were ranked 3rd in taking care of the ball. This team does not commit turnovers at a high rate. Very impressive.
And boy, can this team light it up from the perimeter. That off-the-charts three-point percentage translates into a lot of blowout losses for their opponents.
There's the dish to Arthur. There's the double team with Barbosa. Knight wide open. Oh, good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Freak with it, and it's Knight picking him up. John. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Suns leading. And stolen by Freak. Well, we all know that Freak changed sides recently, but it's a challenge he's up to and wanted. It can be intimidating, you know, Clark, to join a new team, but I think he's okay with it.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, he knows there are going to be some rough spots and a bit of a learning curve. But eventually things smooth out, and Freak knows how to fit in with the team, and this roster definitely looks stronger with him on it.
And at the end of one, both teams. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly, he talked about how important. Don't you need a player like this of Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork, you know, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role? For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against Los Angeles.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Every time. This is a joke.
With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Warriors, number 1.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
Out to the right wing. Arthur kicks to Knight. Connects from three-point range. Knight's got 5 points now in the quarter. Warriors leading by 3. Inside, here's Iguodala, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Screen by Perkins. The shot by Knight, no good. Golden State's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Iguodala, the pass to Chon. Baseline jumper. Not enough on that one as it misses. Suns trail by 5. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Len. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Len's got 6.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Over in the corner, Arthur. Wide open look. Can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up. And now the start of the second half. Neither side. And the Suns here with a different look. Perkins, he's checked in for Chandler. Arthur comes in for P.J. Tucker. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Booker. And it's Brandon Knight in for Eric Bledsoe. On the court for the Suns, Brandon Knight is out there with Warren. Then there's Perkins. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Arthur in at the 3 spot. Warren with the ball. Kicks to Knight. It's rebounded by Golden State. Spades has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Knight into the lane. Here's Morris. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They haven't had as much success in the paint here. Everything has been from the perimeter here in the second half. And that's not a winning strategy. They've got to get back to getting that ball inside.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Harris has checked in for Warren, and Nate Walters subbed in for Knight. Sun shooting struggles apparent, 37% from the field. Harris kicks to Perkins. His first shot coming late, and it's Spades with the rebound. Spades has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Curry. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Up top, Spates. He's guarded by Arthur. Chon. Walters with the rebound. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Passes it to Perkins. That drops.
Assist goes to Nate Walters.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shoots from the line, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul.
That one is off.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
You're having a night shooting in the high 50s. You're being efficient with your shot selection. He played smart basketball tonight, really made each possession count. He was the difference maker.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, and trick-or-treating door-to-door with me tonight are Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's very
Trick or treat, give me something good to eat.
Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Sacramento Kings. And guys, for the Kings, they come into this game having won 3 straight, looking to make it 4. We'll see if they can get it done. And the ghouls and goblins are out as we're hosting here on Halloween night. Oh, that is very scary, Shaq. I see you decided not to dress for the occasion.
Well, when you're 7 feet and as sexy as I am, you don't need a costume. Plus, I took my kids trick-or-treating before I came here. Ernie, father duties.
Wow. I just remember the worst trick that I ever got in the bag.
Trick.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special for you here at NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside. He's checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Caspi, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bellinelli. On the floor for Sacramento, Myers Leonard is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Caspi, and there's Collison, and it's Rondo in a 2-guard. The drive by Collison, that's good. Collison's got 5.
His shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Here's John. Ball's knocked loose. The Kings trail by 3. Cauley Stein with the screen for Collison. Down low, Rondo. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Thompson.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that.
Kings have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Curry is out there with Freak, and it's Iguodala in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. No good from Cousins.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
It's Curry with the drive. Here's John. Shot misses. Gay with the defensive effort. The Kings trail by 5. Passes it to Cousins. To the left side wing. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
And the shot is good.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Rondo passes to Cousins. Here's Bellinelli. And the jam by Rudy Gay. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Curry against Rondo. Here's John, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. First in three-point shooting, second in points off turnovers, and they were ranked 3rd in taking care of the ball. This team does not commit turnovers at a high rate. Very impressive.
And boy, can this team light it up from the perimeter. That off-the-charts three-point percentage translates into a lot of blowout losses for their opponents.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. It's rebounded by Golden State. Bogut's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Rondo kicks to Gay. The feed to Bellinelli. No good on the 3.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Bogut dishes to Freak. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 9.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
That freed up. Nice work off the pick.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Freak. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first.
Josh, what do you need to do in this?
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween. Here's Freak. On the court for Sacramento. They've got Myers Leonard. Bellinelli is out there with Collison. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Andre Iguodala.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. What are your thoughts, Shaq, on his game tonight?
Just a sensational performance all over.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for